We have a student that threw a baseball party to celebrate their recent victory. And these are the ages of the people that attended that party. So these numbers are the ages of the people that attended. So we have between 5-year-olds and 16-year-olds on the graph showing. Use the box plot to understand if it's a true or false response. True or false? All of the students are less than 17 years old. All of the students are less than 17-year-olds. Is that true or false, guys? What do you think? It's actually true. Because, guys, the number 17 is not even on the graph. 17 is over here. And notice how my maximum point is 16. So there is no way that there could be a 17-year-old. So good job if you got it right. Number 2, at least 75% are 10 years or older. 10 years or older. Is that true or false? That's going to be true. I don't know if you guys remember, but a box plot has 4 boxes, you could say. There's quartile number 1, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the fourth quartile. And if you guys have seen other videos or the notes, you're going to remember that each one has 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. So if they're saying at least 75% are 10 or older, where's 10? 10 is right here. 10 and older. Well, what's 25 plus 25 plus 25? That's 75%. So good job if you got it. Next one. There is only one 7-year-old. Well, a lot of people would say, hey, that's true. Because my 7's right here. Here's my point. We're good to go. It's true. The fact is, you actually have not enough information. Let me tell you why. Because a box plot does not tell you how many 7-year-olds are there. You remember which one tells you that? The dot plot. So if you have the 7 here, if you had a dot plot, you could know how many 7-year-olds are there. The box plot is only telling you, hey, there is a person or people that are 7-year-olds. You just don't know how many. Okay, so be careful. There is only one 16-year-old. The same reasoning, guys. It's not enough info. You know there's a 16-year-old because that's the max, but you don't know how many. So watch out for that. And the last one, my favorite one actually. Exactly half the students are older than 13. Now, a lot of people would say, Mr. Mudano, well, hey, check it out. 13 is the middle. Isn't that exactly half on both on the left and the side? And honestly, when I first taught this, I say true that. However, there is also not enough info. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, guys. That 13, isn't that known as the median, right? Well, the median doesn't necessarily tell you if there is a student that's 13 years old. Let me show you with an example. So let's say, just for the sake of the example, let's say we have an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 15-year-old. Well, in this case, wouldn't you say, hey, half of it is at 13. So if you say someone is 13 years or older, that's not exactly half, is it? That's 3 of the 5 kids. But now, if you had at the party, 11, 12, 12, 14, 15, and 16. Well, where's the middle? The middle is actually right here, isn't it? And who are older than 13? Exactly half. So we don't know which scenario number 1 or scenario number 2. We don't know which one applies to this party. So that's why we're not saying it's wrong. We're just saying there's not enough info. Because there's a scenario where it's false, and there's a scenario where it's true. So be very careful with data, guys. Gathering data is such a tedious task because you have to be careful with all aspects of it. So that's the lesson for today. Come by for tutoring if you have any questions, and check out the next lesson.